The following program is a production of the Recording Library of West Texas and is also available at recordinglibrary.org.
You've got it tuned in to the Recording Library of West Texas. This is GI Know.
The show hosted by me, David Collins, and produced by Chris Brown, where we discuss veterans and life after the military.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a-blowin' reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy.
Welcome back to another exciting, wonderful, stupendous friggin' episode of GI Know.
Yeah, the anger's not bleeding through at all.
I'm just, our World War II veteran fellas had to cancel on us last minute, and I was really looking forward to talking to them. I mean, it's World War II veterans. I'm just disappointed is all. I was really looking forward to talking to them. They're both named Bill. They're both veterans, and I call them the Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills. Perhaps we can get them some other time. But we have the one and the only David Collins here with us as usual.
Hi.
No, sorry.
That was rude.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I like that watch you're wearing, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Very nice watch.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty spiffy as the project manager at your new job, or project engineer.
There you go. Project manager's a little above my pay grade right now.
David here has finally started his new job, one that he's very happy to have. And tell us a little bit about your day. You told me something a little earlier, and I was like, huh. He's already doing good things over there. So
yeah.
tell us about that.
Well, I mean, the last week or so with the job site, it's been more of just sitting in front of a computer, going through specifications and all that fun stuff. And then I showed up this morning at 7, and it's nobody. It was dead quiet around the job site, and I left at 7:30 to go take care of some personal stuff. Got back about 8:15 this morning. There was a fleet of electricians just getting started. I mean, it was kind of out of nowhere. So we're talking with them, trying to get everything in order, and I see them pull out a big, basically it's a big drill that they put telephone poles into the ground with. Mm-hmm. I saw them getting that set up on the site, and I was like, hold up, don't even turn that thing on. And so give me the dig test reports, and I went through those reports, and every major, electric, gas, water, all of them said we have nothing in this, in a half-mile radius of the center of this job site. And there were like 3 flags and an arrow in one section that one of the gas companies put up, and it and then they said on the report that there was nothing. And so I was like, okay, we're not putting any machinery in the ground until we get this solved. And I told them all to, sorry about your luck. You don't have to put the telephone poles in, but everything else you got to dig. You need to dig by hand. And I don't think they were too happy with me for a minute there. But then they found 2 unmarked electrical lines in an area they were digging in. And I was like, yeah, let me get that figured out.
What do you think they'd have thought of you if you hadn't found the electrical line?
I'm pretty sure we would all have been run off location.
So you took a pretty big risk by telling them to dig it by hand.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, really more sacrificed time than anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they got done fairly quickly.
You've been at the job for, 2 weeks now? Almost?
Yeah, about two or 3 weeks.
Yep. And you're already making good things happen. See? Let's all give him a harumph. Harumph, harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. You ever seen Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Anywho, so we're approaching Memorial Day. Actually, by the time this airs, it will be the day after Memorial Day.
Interesting.
But us in past world right now, we're approaching Memorial Day. What are some of the things that you like to do for Memorial Day? I remember one thing we did for Memorial Day. You remember a couple of years ago?
Oh, God.
The duck pond?
Oh, yeah. We went and dumped tea in the duck pond.
Yeah.
That was our little homage to... that was 4th of July.
Was that 4th of July?
That was 4th of July. That was Independence Day.
We always do something.
I don't think we did anything for Memorial Day.
I think we drank. That's what we did.
Usually Crude Fest is around that weekend. So.
And we podcast. I do.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
We did, yeah. Yeah, that's when we had leftover fireworks from... we had leftover fireworks from the 4th of July, and you fell asleep on the couch in the garage.
Oh, I hate y'all so
We
much.
set them off.
I hated y'all so much. But no, I mean, with like Memorial Day, to be honest with you, I don't know what you're really supposed to do on Memorial Day. I mean, you know, the one thing I see all the time is people thanking veterans for their service, which it's kind of like,
Well, it's not Veterans Day.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Day. It's time. It's supposed to be time to remember the fallen, those who've given their lives in the line of duty for the, in protection of this country. And
You know what? I think we should start a new tradition. Maybe, bear with me on this. Maybe for Memorial Day, rather than thanking a veteran for their service, maybe offer your condolences for their losses. Because you definitely know some folks who didn't make it back. So I think it would be a lot more appropriate than thanking them for their service. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I could definitely see where the what's the word? Not the sentiment. The
I think sentiment works.
yeah, where your sentiments lie. Best intentions, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word either.
Memorial Day is a hard day to kind of encompass,
Yeah, and put like a tradition too. I mean, really, it's just supposed to, like I said, it's more of just a reflection upon those who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, and that would be an awesome thing to talk about if we had our World War II veterans here.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying, come on. The
Come
saddest
on,
thing.
Elsa. Come on, Elsa. Let it go. Let it go.
Don't give it anymore. No,
Ladies and gentlemen, he's acting like this show hindered upon whether or not these guys were going to be here today, and it's been the absolute greatest thing to watch in the last 20 minutes.
well, it's not that I'm mad at them. It's not that, it was a big hindrance. It's that I'm just really disappointed. It would have been so awesome to have them.
I know it would have been, but things happen.
I'm going to sit and bask in what could have been.
I don't think that's healthy.
I'm going to stew in it.
I'm pretty sure that goes against everything we've talked about in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, huh? I mean, I'm going to let it go.
There you go. Find something more productive.
Oh, man. No, I'm looking forward to... We're not going to be here Monday. Are you off for Monday?
Honestly, I have no idea. I probably won't know until Friday. But
Do you ever pull that card like, I'm a veteran, I get Memorial Day off?
I used to back when right when I got out of the Marine Corps, I was just all entitled, I'm the big badass veteran, and I've kind of grown out of that. I've gotten away from it, because it's really my job, my duty now is no longer to remind people that I served. It was never my duty to begin with. It was all about it's supposed to be about being a silent professional, but my duty today is to give back to my community, be it through either employment or serving veterans.
Right.
And so if I'm asked to work on Memorial Day, I have absolutely no problem doing it, because now that's my duty. That is, I am now a part of a company that helps build things that are going to be of use to other people.
Well, on top of that, I mean, personally, I think it is slightly disrespectful to ask a veteran to work on Memorial Day. For me, it does seem kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. Now to ask a veteran to work on Memorial Day, maybe Veterans Day. It's like that.
Well, I think both, because, Memorial Day is the day that they reflect on people that they actually knew. This isn't something...
Oh, yeah.
This isn't, a distant, relative to them. This is something that is very real to them. And this is one of the things where different veterans, different people are going to feel differently about it.
Oh, right. No, I was just kind of making a little joke about how, there's a whole day for veterans.
Oh, I know. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Obviously not. No, but no, I agree, but at the same time, it's our job and it's our duty to put the best face that we can out there for the veteran community, to show the world that, we're here to give back, we're here to contribute, we're here to make our country, our generation better.
It's kind of a catch-22, because if you really push the issue, you kind of seem like you don't want to work and blah, 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 But at the same time, they're like, oh, well, we shouldn't stop our lives. Yeah, well, veterans stop their lives to go to serve. So I think that giving them a couple of days every year, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, to take off when nobody else can. I honestly think that only veterans should be able to take that day off.
No, yeah, and I mean, I know a lot of people that are going to have Memorial Day off. A lot of people that usually do. You know, I think the only time you'll ever hear about an employer saying to another veteran or saying to a veteran, like, no, you have to work on Memorial Day. And that's the kind of stuff you find in like clickbait articles on Facebook.
Okay, touche.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that's been that heartless. You know, to say, I don't give a good god darn what you think or what you did. You're working and making me money.
You've never worked for Walmart, have you?
Thank God, no.
I worked for Walmart when I was like 19 years old for about 2 weeks. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, this is not going down. Because they really don't care.
Yeah, and see, and that's another thing. You know, that should be another drive and motivation for anybody, not just veterans, but anybody. Get your college education. You know, whether you're in high school or whether you're getting out of the military, get your college education so you don't have to go work at Walmart.
This is true,
because that's a 24-hour, 365,
all
nights and weekends kind of a job, and you don't want to be working that job because then you do have those potential moments where you're going to have to, you know, flip your manager off in the face because he won't give you Memorial Day off. Which don't flip your managers off.
Don't. We do not condone this action.
No. I have seen it done though.
Yeah,
not a smart move.
I think you make a very good point. What's the point of going over there, potentially sacrificing so much, if you're not going to come back and get your college education? You know what I mean? They're offering it to you. It's right there. Mm-hmm. Why don't you should take it?
If anything, that's one of the guaranteed benefits you're going to get.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's something that I didn't comprehend myself. Not the why wouldn't you? It was why should I?
Why should
you?
For
the longest time, you know, I thought, nah. I'm in the oil field. I'm making good money. I don't need to go to college. And now oil field went bust, and I was sitting there fixing appliances going, I should have gone to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and you know what? I mean, I've done my time out there in the oil field on a rig. And when those things get frozen over, you get some of those ice storms. I don't care how much money you're making. You're sitting there thinking, damn, I should have gone to college.
Dude, I'll never forget. I never worked on rigs, but I was worked on frac sites doing wireline. I don't know if you've ever had to watch 55 gallons of grease come out of a drum that's about as big around as this hockey puck.
Yeah.
Like an opening.
Oh, the opening. And it's...
when it's like 10 degrees outside.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that was not fun, dude. I slipped and it wasn't fun.
I wasn't on a drilling rig. I was on a production unit. Mm-hmm. Pulling unit is what a lot of people call them. And I really wasn't even a part of that rig crew. What it was is I was a spooler, electronic, cable. We would send it downhole and bring it back uphole. I was a spooler, so we were always on pulling units, but we were never a pulling unit crew. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was always different crews. And one day it iced over so bad, we got out there and the derrick man just said, nope.
Nope.
And, the derrick man's kind of like the low man on the totem pole when, he doesn't really call the shots. But in that situation, he was like, I am not climbing up this rig like with it frosted over like this.
Screw that.
Because there was ice, just like an inch thick over the whole thing. It looked like someone just blasted, like Mr. Freeze came by and blasted the rig. That's the only time I remember a derrick man calling the shots. He said, nope. And everybody's like, good enough for me.
Yeah.
And we
you
all
have
went
the
home.
right to stop all activities if it's a safety violation.
Well, that, and hell, the truth of the matter is, everybody else is like, oh my God, I really don't want to be out here right now.
Kidding. It's a group consensus. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I was sitting, when he said that, I was like, oh, this is going to suck. And then the company man was just like, all right, cool. Let's go home. I think a lot of, it's in West Texas, a lot of our veterans do go to the oil field. And the oil field is one of those type of jobs where they probably won't let you off for days like that.
Right. No, I remember when I was working, it was you better hope and pray that 3-day weekends fell on your off days kind of thing.
And see, that's the type of thing. That's one thing. Not to knock any of our oil companies here, but if you got veterans on your crew, it's just disrespectful. Let them off.
But again,
they're making enough money. They're making enough money that it doesn't matter.
Well, you got to think about something too. I'll never forget when I was still in the Marine Corps. There was a guy in my unit. This was like 2010, where they were. He was wearing a shirt that it was like from veteran to roughneck. Like there are programs that were all about bringing veterans, and like Halliburton and all them would like bring them straight out of the military and hire them on right there, you know, to work rigs and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't have the statistics, but I'm going to guess that a pretty decent sized chunk of your workforce are veterans, because we can adapt to the schedule. You know, we can be away for weeks at a time and it not affect us.
From my experience, a lot of the crew were definitely veterans.
Oh, yeah.
But all the more reason to honor those holidays. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Am I interrupting?
No,
Yes.
come on in.
Yes, you are.
Hop on the mic.
He made me.
Yeah, I flagged Sarah in. Sarah is from our show Eyes on Psych.
Yes, I am.
Sarah, David, Sarah.
I think we've met before.
We have indeed. The pictures I do.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Anyways.
that sounds really bad over.
Pictures for the show,
took David-
which we put on Facebook.
Yes, you guys who are listening who saw the Facebook photos and everything that we posted from the last episode, Sarah is our photographer from said photos.
I am.
She also took David's glamour shots.
Indeed. Indeed.
She really makes your eyes pop.
I think it was the blue shirt he wore that day.
Well,
we're
we're
ta-
black.
Well, we're talking
it
about
was, wasn't
Sarah
it?
as Memorial Day, and employers who don't let their veteran workers off for Memorial Day. I think it's kind of despicable. David, being, you know, the kind-hearted soul he is, just takes it or leaves it. You know, he's like, well, that's, you know,
He's a nice person, Chris.
what can you do? But I just feel, you know, if you have a workforce, especially like some of our oil-filled people, if you have a workforce that has a good amount of veterans, you should let them off for Memorial Day and Veterans Day, just because, I mean, Memorial Day, it's not something like, it's like, oh, well, I know somebody who went overseas. They know people that they personally knew that they lost. I mean,
Yeah.
I think out of respect, I mean, they put their lives on hold. The least you could do is, you know, halt production for a day.
Yeah, I don't think any amount of money is worth quabbling over 24 hours. I mean, come on. It's one day.
Exactly. Well, so you're in favor of?
I'm in favor of.
Okay. I was like, that statement could go either way.
So that's why you brought her in here.
For support against you, sir, and your tyrannical ways against yourself.
I think that, you know, if a boss doesn't want to do it, fine. I mean, whatever. If that's what you want to be a butt about, fine. If you're going to pick that, of all things, to be difficult about, all right. Okay, with that, if that's the road you want to take. But,
And do me a favor and kick yourself in the nuts, though.
Okay, now you've gone to the bad place, Chris. There's the line right there.
You done crossed it.
Well, and David being, you know, a pretty even-tempered fella. Actually, a year ago, would you have felt the same way?
No, probably not.
Ooh, interesting.
Cutting into his drinking time.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink anymore.
See, that'll do it.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Nobody wants to wake up hungover and go to work. That's for sure.
I tell you, that's why I went to work drunk. The majority of the time. If you keep drinking, you can't get hungover until your liver takes a crap on you.
You know, you raise a very good point, David. And speaking
what?
of which,
Yeah.
you know what's funny is we did actually get permission from Trish, you know, to loosen up some of our veterans, you know, who have a little bit of trouble talking. She gave us permission to have a couple beers during this show. Too bad you don't drink and you ruined it for everybody.
No, I'm fine. You see this Red Bull here? This is why I drink Red Bull. The sugar content is just high enough that it keeps those cravings down. I'm okay.
There you go.
That's why every time we've hung out since I quit drinking, you see those big Red Bulls
You
I
know
have?
what? I do see a lot of recovering alcoholics drinking caffeinated beverages with a lot of sugar in them.
Because when you ingest alcohol, it turns straight to sugar.
Oh my gosh,
There you
my
go.
mind has now been blown.
And I see you always bring in a water too, so you're trying to offset for the kidneys. issues?
Actually, when we do live shows, I'm trying to get Ozarka and Red Bull to send some sponsorship money.
Right.
You know, they don't take pictures, right? I mean, this is a radio show.
I know.
Speaking of which, we didn't go live on Facebook. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I was wondering what
Yeah,
happened.
Chris
You
Gall.
totally dropped the ball.
Some producer.
I know.
Jeez.
I know. Darn.
He was all upset and angry about the World War II vets.
That's what it was. My mind was not in the game. It really wasn't.
He's passionate, folks. He's passionate.
Well, I want to give people a good show, and I was really looking forward.
So we couldn't have given a good show. We had to have other people on.
Have you
here?
heard us speak, David?
No, I haven't. No, because we can't get the first 2 shows on the podcast.
They're
page.
on the podcast page.
Not the first
Not
two.
the first 2, but the other one is.
Yeah.
So your point is invalid, sir. You've heard us.
Well, the third one has a guest, so.
Don't make me tackle a veteran 2 days before Memorial Day.
Oh, I'll make sure that winds up on a clickbait article real quick.
Oh, no.
Radio producer tackles veteran 2 days before Memorial Day.
That would make a good line right there. That's a nice. People would click on that.
Oh, yeah. We should make that video.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Mind blown.
hop up and be like, no, we're good, actually. Just tune into
But
GI No.
nobody would make it to the end of the video.
No. Like a 5-second, like 10-second video, like where you just see me, like we're talking, and then I get angry and I come over the counter at you. They think we're fighting for a second, then we like hop up. We're like, actually, we're just kidding. You should tune into GI No, blah, blah, blah.
That would be, except for the fact that you just gave it away.
But you know what we need to add?
Yes, but these people are already listening. We're talking about the ones who aren't.
Yeah, but you know what would be even funnier? If we get like one of those like inflatable blow up thing, like the ones that
A wacky wailing inflatable arm flailing tube man.
No, not one of those. Like those like punching bag ones, like that you blow up and they're like rounded out and they like bob around.
yeah, the little clown guy.
And no, because I like saying wacky wailing inflatable arm flailing tube man.
But no, what I'm saying is on that video we make like the worst editing, like make it obvious where it's like you run to tackle me and then like cuts over to the inflatable thing. I love it. Just intentionally horrible editing.
That would be amazing.
That's pretty good. Do we know
Only-
anybody who can do that?
No, that's
Darn.
exactly what I was about to say.
Darn.
So I'm not sure I want to be tackled by
Actually,
you.
I can do that. Holy crap, I forgot. Oh, I know how to do things.
I know how you should see the light bulb over his head, folks.
Oh yeah.
It's so blinding.
No, it's only a 30 watts. So.
There we go.
Yeah, look at David throwing on his shades.
There you go. Oh.
Oh
my
go.
gosh! Ow!
What happened?
I think I shocked my nose.
Oh
You can
my
take the shades off. I'm obviously not that bright.
Obviously.
Obviously.
No, I
Just poking his nose on the microphone,
Well,
Quit testing it.
well,
he
I
keeps
mean,
sticking his
see,
nose on it, guys.
we have metal pop guards over our mics, and my nose touched it when I went to talk, and I was like, ah! So
just like that.
It's just an electrical shock, dude. It's not from an outlet or anything.
dude, we've got to make that video. I'm still thinking about that.
Well, guys, I guess keep your eyes out for that video.
Exactly.
Make sure you share it with
Sarah, do you have your Camara on hand?
My what?
The camera.
Oh. Yeah.
I was thinking like traditional Japanese like weaponry.
Yeah, I was
A
like,
Kamara. I
I'm
was like, that sounds
what?
deadly.
Like something the samurai used to use. What are we talking about? But as far as Memorial Day, with these strong feelings you've got about Memorial Day, what do you do to remember on Memorial Day, sir?
I drink.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
See, that's what we were talking about at the beginning of the show is
Right.
what exactly do you do?
Actually-
What are you supposed to do on Memorial Day?
And it's really you just reflect. I mean, people barbecue and all that,
Yeah.
but I think it's a personal thing. I think
think
it's something
you
that you shouldn't have like a wide.
I think barbecue is a good tradition to have, and I mean, just do things that those who've fallen
No.
would normally do that can't.
I've got a tradition.
Okay, go
We
ahead.
go Viking funeral pyres.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Last year we did the teabag thing in the pond.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to know. Don't fill me in. Don't.
It wasn't
4th of July.
Not a bad thing.
No.
We threw
Other
tea bags
tea bag.
into the duck pond. We tea bags into the duck pond. For the 4th of July in
Tea
rebellion.
bags in the duck pond for 4th of July. That makes sense.
And then we chugged beer.
The Boston Tea Party.
Oh!
You
And
know,
I'm a
for-
history major. I should have got that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
So, but
know.
oh my gosh, we can go to the duck pond this year and light something on fire and send it out into
Get
the
like a
middle.
little model ship.
Yeah, you need a little model ship.
No, I was thinking a person, but
Chris, you're evil. You're so evil.
Ariana Grande, didn't she recently say she hated Americans or something?
Dude, you know
We can light her on fire and send her out into the duck pond.
I don't think she's gonna like that. I think she's gonna see that coming with the Manchester thing that just happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know the whole thing about that the whole like Ariana Grande, dude, that was like 4 years ago when she said that, and she was standing in some line at a bakery. I saw the video. It was just like all.
Well, you know what I don't
She's probably
understand.
just frustrated with the line.
This is one of
These
those.
are things you say.
I don't know what her intentions were.
Well, she was joking around, and she's Italian, by the way. And
Italian.
Italian. And she was 21 years old. She was making a stupid joke about how much Americans eat.
We do eat a lot of food.
And talking about how fat we were. That's when she said it. It was a stupid thing for her to say, but it was also not.
But it was a clickbait article.
It really was. It made it sound bad. It made it look bad.
Now they made a meme out of her saying that after the thing happened at her concerts, and I can't believe that people are blaming her for it. They're oh yeah, she had this coming. It's like no, she didn't.
She really, really didn't.
No.
I mean, I don't like Ariana Grande as much as any other intellectual person, but yeah, she didn't ask for that.
That was pretty smug.
I know, right? I don't like her
What?
at all.
She can sing better than Mariah Carey in her prime.
I hate Mariah Carey.
But you like Taylor Swift.
I do indeed.
Hey, T-Swizzle all day.
This guy.
Get the hell out of my
I
radio
like
studio.
this guy. I knew I liked you. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, Taylor Swift has more depth in her little pinky than Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande combined.
I am so sad that you're a female and I can't say what I was about to say.
Nanner.
I can't be disrespectful.
Yeah, this is what happens when he invites me in here. So next time he asks, say no.
No, I'm enjoying this.
I hate you, David. Sir,
Rude.
I hope you have to work on Monday.
I respect David so much more.
Oh, well, thank you. And to your comment, sir, I actually like my job. So,
Yeah, well, you've been there 2 weeks. Everybody likes their job within 2 weeks.
Oh, you got a new job? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Now check it out. Look at his fancy schmancy card.
A fancy schmancy business
And
card.
his fancy schmancy job title.
Project engineer. That is a nice ring to it.
Thank you. I thought so, too.
Nice. It's like administrative assistant. It's like it's general enough to you don't know what I do.
Mine isn't cool like that. You know exactly what I do by my job title.
You're a station manager.
You do everything. That's what you do.
Nah, no, that's definitely...
Everything?
That's Stephanie. That's for sure.
That's true. Stephanie does do everything. All right.
Everything.
Stephanie. Well, and then Trish.
And then some.
Trish makes sure our doors stay open. Like
That's what she does.
She is our boss. She makes sure that. Well, I mean, that's a part of making sure our doors stay open, making sure we do our jobs and create a product that we can give to people. But Steph, I think, does a lot more than I do. Really, I mean, this station is not that hard to run.
Next time you're complaining, I'm going to remind you said that.
I'm going to shut up now. And that brings us to the end of the show. So, David, thank you for joining us. And as I said, this episode will air the day after Memorial Day. So we hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day. We hope you celebrated. Throw down some of that barbecue.
Yeah, and send us videos and messages on Facebook on how you and your family observe Memorial Day.
That's a great idea.
Remember the good stuff.
Yes, thank you, David. It's almost like you've been doing this before.
Oh, once or twice.
Yeah, the kid's a natural day.
Hey,
We'll see you next time on GI Know. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This program was a production of the Recording Library of West Texas and is also available at recordinglibrary.org.